Hello people of the internet, welcome back to MenraC Park, where as you can see today, we added an instrument hyper. Now, there's been a funny story that happened to this one. I lost the footage for time-lapse, and it's impossible to get back because it's off my computer. So, I'm going to have to be a nerd about this for like the next, maybe 15-20 minutes. Explain each element, the supports, physics, stuff, so I can lengthen the video, make it actually worth watching. And not like the Puzzles video, which did not do as good as I was hoping. Still did good. Actually, no. It's a bit of a lie. It did do better than I was hoping. Just didn't do as good as the ones with time lapses. So, the CCI, the B&M stand-up, the invert. So yeah. Here we go. We have our Intamin prototype wing coaster. Style of Skyrush at Hershey Park. And as most people know, that ride has one critical downfall: the restraints. Personally, I don't think it's too bad. I think the restraints are okay, but they're not bad. They could be better, like if it was the new Intamin ones, that probably would be better. I don't actually know how those feel because I haven't been on one with those. But I've heard they're actually really good. So, yeah. So yeah, I did have to take inspiration from other models from Intamin, such as the prefab with El Toro and the Giga with i305. It's only really one moment, but it's like a lesser i305. I guess technically the Blitz with Velocicoaster and what's it called? I don't know what it's called. I think it's a new one. Might be the Batman one, I'm not sure. Could be two shadows. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of stuff came out with this video. Please enjoy this one, and we can get started with breaking apart my coaster. So, you see the build, you saw it, saw the cinematics, we're going to put them in. So yeah, this is the station right here. Just put in a bunch of details, stuff, blah blah blah. Looks nice, I like it. We got the trains. For whatever reason, Frontier put vest restraints on these. This one wouldn't have vest restraints in real life. It would have the Intamin over-the-shoulder lap bar, but the Skyrush ones, or maybe like the what's it called, Flying Aces one, lap bars, which I've heard are better than the Skyrush lap bar. So yeah. So let's start out with the ride. So you go up this lift hill, this cable lift. Unlike every other coaster in the park, besides that one, the family coaster, this one utilizes a cable lift, sort of like El Toro, Millennium Force, Skyrush. But yeah, this one's really fast. It does 17 miles an hour, so it gets to the top in about like 5-ish, not 5, like maybe 10 seconds. So it goes into a pretty tight crest. It's not the most tight, but it's actually pretty good. It'll probably get really good ejector. So then you go into the drop. Set 85 degrees. Skyrush has a weird drop. So basically, like, you go down the drop, you get insane airtime in the back row, and then you get sent out of your seat about when it starts turning. Maybe, like, when it's bottoming out, it, like, ejects you again. It's really weird, but it creates one of the best drops in the world on any coaster. So, yeah. This probably wouldn't be as good as Skyrush's drop, just because it probably wouldn't have that jolt in the track. But yeah, it goes to the pull out, which pulls about 5 Gs. For those who are familiar, 1 G-force is the equivalent to Earth gravity. This is 5 times that. You see the autosave is now glitching out the game. So this probably would gray out on this drop. Personally, I didn't gray out on Skyrush's drop. However, I've heard that people do gray out on Skyrush's drop. So maybe you would gray out. I don't know. But yeah, then you go into the first ejector camelback, which just is not that big. This is a very compact hypercoaster. It's about the same space as Basilisk. It's a very drawn out coaster. Yeah, this one would have came in between the two that were built in real life, so Skyrush Flying Aces. So probably like 2014, because Skyrush came in 2012, Flying Aces came in 2016. So we're gonna say 2014. Actually, I think I did write that down somewhere. I think I wrote that down that it would be 2014 Hypercoaster. So, yeah. You go into the first Camelback, which then gives great ejector airtime. Now, Intamin uses these double spine tracks on their new coasters. It started with I-305 at King's Dominion in 2010. Then it went to, I think, the next one I know it had is Skyrush. But yeah, they kept on using this track. They used the old triangle track on the Blitzes until 2019, which was the last one ever built with that, which I believe was Taiga at Lennon Maki. But the new Blitzes are built with this track, such as Pantheon, Velocicoaster, Batman, and Tutatis. So yeah, then this thing goes into about a 3G turn. So you definitely gray out here. I didn't gray out in Skyrush at all. It was running slow for me, so yeah. Before you go into second Camelback, which is probably better than the first one, just because it runs a little bit faster through it. This is actually the only coaster where I actually turned the friction up from the base game friction. So it runs a little slower than with no friction, than with the one in-game friction level. So yeah. Then you drop down into this pull-out. Basically just normal pull out of a drop. It's nothing special. Then you go into an El Toro turnaround-ish. Personally, here's my controversial opinion. The turnaround on El Toro is a very good element on that ride. It's nowhere near the best. It's nowhere near the best. The best are the drop, the Camelbacks, and the Rolling Thunder Hill. But this, the turnaround on El Toro comes pretty dang close. It's very whippy, in my opinion. Only final switchbacks. That's very intense. I love it. Not really intense. Whippy's the right word. So yeah, this one actually banks a little bit more than El Toro. El Toro's like maybe like a 75-degree angle, like that, maybe. This one overbanks slightly, then like whips you out of it, or whips you into it, and then gradually descends out of it before like whips you right here with laterals. Pretty intense. And then you go into Speed Hill, another overbank, which absolutely whips you coming out of it. It's a very whippy ride, if you can tell. It's like the one at Ferrari World. That thing, I've heard, has insane whip. I wish I could experience it. However, I don't live in the UAE. So yeah. So far, this ride has a lot of similarities to Skyrush and Hershey, which is probably my I think it's, well, yeah, no, it's my number 3 roller coaster behind El Toro and Rocket Fetch. So yeah, yeah, the people who have Skyrush over Toro, I completely disagree with. Now, here's the only element on the ride that I am a little unsure about. It might be a little too whippy with laterals, but I kept it in because it's better than it was. So yeah, since I actually forgot the time lapse, I'm going to do a back row POV for this episode as well, as a little bit of makeup for it. And we're going to be doing a coaster that I wasn't planning to do next episode, so I wasn't actually going to do a coaster next episode, but yeah, there we go. That's very whippy. Then you go to the Camelback, which you just saw that. That gives some insane ejector airtime. Pretty simple. The supports are just normal in-game supports. That brings me to mention that most of the supports are in-game supports besides the lift hill, drop, and final brake run. It just would have been way more effort than it was worth to do custom sporting, so I didn't do it. But yeah, then you go into the
do a barrel roll.
Very whippy barrel roll, but yeah, I think it's a very good element. Hopefully I'm going to put a meme in. I probably did. So I'm going to edit this video at school, I think, so it's going to be a little bit interesting. I just need to get a USB so I can do it. But yeah, just got to get a USB, and then I can edit this video at school during study hall, so I'm good. But yeah, very whippy barrel roll. Probably my smoothest Heartline roll I've ever done. I did 2 meters of track. and then turn it back to 4 meter just because it looks nicer. So yeah, this is 2 meter profiling, but with 4 meter track. Just made more sense. Then you do a little pop up, might give some airtime, might give a little bit of airtime. A little pop up into the last turn of the ride. And then you have the I-305 like switchback, except this one's much less whippy. Then you go into a tight turn, a speed hill, just nice airtime, and then the final brake run. Now, Skyrush's final brake run is divided into 2 levels. What's it called? It's this first section of brakes, which slows the train down, and then the final brake, which is what transfers the track into the maintenance shed or the station. And to hold the train on the brake run, the ops have not dispatched the train fast enough. So I did a custom catwalking. The in-game catwalks just look nothing like Skyrush's catwalks. So I just did custom ones. It wasn't that hard to do. So yeah, then yeah, let's talk about the block zones of the ride. So I'll maybe put up the whole meme of El Toro Ryan's definition of block zone. It's funny. I'm not gonna, maybe I'll play the audio. I don't know. If I'm playing the audio, then this area is muted. So yeah. So the block zones go as follows. It goes into the lift hill, course, the lift hill, which ends right here. The course, which ends at the exit of the final brake run, and transfer, which ends right here along the station. But we don't talk about that one. So overall, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 block zones, which means it can run 3 trains. However, it would only run a maximum of 2 trains. Skyrush has the exact same block zones, but it only runs 2 trains. The same block zones, but it only runs 2 trains. So yeah, I think Skyrush has the same block zones. It probably does. So yeah, let's take a look at the maintenance shed. It's just a normal maintenance shed that I do. I pretty much just copied and pasted it. But yeah, that's basically it. This is a unique transfer. It's more like the one on the wooden coaster right here, rather than any of the other coasters I built in the park. Weird. But whatever. Skyrush has this exact transfer setup. So I just had to plagiarize it. I did that a lot. We have ride photos right here. So yeah, I do want to say, if you want to name this ride, please do. I suck at names. I'm tired. We had White Stagger here, which I renamed to Antler Run, just because that sounds like a better name than White Stag. That was a stupid name. But yeah, ride photos are right here. I didn't do anything in it because I don't have a name for it. So if you want to name it, please do. I'm not opposed. I suck at names. And I will say who won in the next video if I do get any submissions for these. So yeah, lockers are right there. This is the queue setup. It's literally, I would not want to wait in this line if it was full. In fact, I wouldn't wait in this line if it was full. I'd just go to a different ride, like the wooden coaster or the invert or something. Or maybe what's going to come back here, which I don't know what's going to come right here. I actually don't. I know what's going to be in the park. I don't know what's going to come right here. I know what's going to come right here, though. So, that's the next episode. Spoiler alert. So yeah. I just had to rip off Skyrush, basically, with the station. And Primordial at Lagoon, which is the new one. It's very new. Very recent. But yeah. So I just ripped off with the building as like 2 meters of bricks, then it just goes up into the concrete. Primordial is a bit different, but I don't know what that looks like because I've never been to Lagoon. So yeah. Gift shop, it's just copy and paste stuff. Everyone's rest of the same, it's just copy and paste. So yeah, let's talk about the custom supports. So Skyrush uses this truss style structure. It goes down, pretty simple. It's meant to like diffuse forces and stuff, but I think probably. I did no research on this. Then there's also this little thing, which is just to connect and support the track right there. Probably just to diffuse the force into the thing. The autosave is killing me today. Probably just to diffuse the structure, the support, diffuse the forces into the triangle, or the, whatever it's called, the lift support. So yeah, what I pause again. So yeah, that's basically it. Just in a very complex build. It's actually, well, I don't know. It's a very hard build to do. Mostly because I had schoolwork and stuff. So I'm sorry that this video was not out last week. That was the plan. It was going to be Saturday the 15th, I think. I'm not sure. Alright, yeah, Saturday the 14th. I don't know at this point. I'm too tired for this. But yeah. Saturday, it's supposed to be out last Saturday, but I didn't get it. So, but yeah, it should be going up on the 21st. Should be going out on the 21st of October. So, yeah. Here's the little flat ride we got going here. I did put nets in. So yeah, somebody commented on the last video. I will put your name up in the video right here to add nets in where you would when the track crossed over the path. Absolutely, you were correct that I should have did that from the start. However, I just didn't do it because I didn't know where to put them yet. I wanted to know what this path is going to be. So I did that first. Then I wanted to do. Then I put in this while I was doing that. I started the process of blending these areas together with adding this flat ride, doing all the rock work over here. Took a little bit of time. It's a lot of rock work to this build. So yeah. Then I'm going to do a fast food restaurant right here or something. Don't know. And what else did I do? I did something else. What did I do? I don't know if I did anything else. I think oh yeah, I did. I remember now. I added dirt decals. Looks good now. I did it right this time. So yeah, we got that done. Just added dirt decals to the buildings, and I finished the fencing that goes along here. This wasn't gonna be done before, but I decided to do it just because you got the you got that right there. You would definitely not want people jumping out the raft and going over and getting killed by this. So yeah, it would be their fault if they did that, but that is a worry that they probably would have to have these right there. So yeah, basically it for this episode. I'm going to leave you out with the POVs this time. I think I already know what the next coaster is going to be called. It's not that creative, but whatever. It's also not a creative coaster model, so wonder what that means. So yeah, name suggestions for this ride. That would be really nice. I'll pick my favorite. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please come back for the next episode. I am sorry that the time lapse is not here. I will make up for it with something in this video and a coaster in the next episode, which was not planned. It's not gonna be a great coaster, but it will be a coaster. So yeah, deal with it. Thanks for watching. Please come back next. Please come again next one. Peace. Goodbye. Whatever. I'm leaving with POVs. Goodbye.